Today's RC how-to is going to be how to glue your tires. The things you're going to need, of course, your tire and rim, tire glue, paper towels, and some type of cleaner that doesn't leave a residue behind. Brake cleaner is good for this, but I don't have a brake cleaner. So the first thing you're going to want to do, and you're probably going to need scissors or like a little hole punch. So the first thing you're going to do before you put it on the rim like I did is take your scissors and poke through without the foam in there, poke through the tire so that there's a little hole, and then go 180 degrees around and poke another hole. And I've already done that somewhere in here. And then after you do that, you take your cleaner and you're going to just put it on a paper towel, or you can put it on the tire, and then you'll see some stuff from the factory wipe off. I've already cleaned these once, but you'll still get more coming off where you can see what you're looking for. And you want to really clean like the bottom of the bead where you're going to be gluing. But see, it was pink, but the brown is where it came off. Like, that's what they have around these tires. Proline's nice because when you take them out of the package, they give a brown tint on them, so you know actually when they're clean. So then the next step is just work it in the bead, get it nice and set, and make sure it's going to fit right. And then really just take your tire glue, and it should come with some, not needles, but like a tube to stick in your tire glue. And it should come in really long. Don't know if you can see that. It's a really long tube. And then you just cut a little piece off, whatever you want to use. And after you do that, you just unscrew your tire glue and put this tube right down in the hole. Yeah, that's what she said. So after that's in, then you just kind of pull back on the tire a little bit, stick the needle in there, and just glue all the way around the tire. Whoa. You want to try to keep your tire in the bead when you're gluing so that it forms nicely to the rim. It'll actually, like with Proline tires I see here, it'll actually like click if it's actually in the bead. Like it'll click when it pushes down. You want to be sure, if this is your first time, not to get premium or like high tire glue, because that will cause you, as soon as you put the glue on, it pretty much dries. I didn't know that there was a difference. And then you're going to kind of hold it around here, and you should have rubber bands also. Forgot to mention this. And then the rubber bands you just take around the tire. You can get tire rubber bands too, made specifically for this, but that's alright. So what this does is just pretty much is like holding pressure down around it so that the tire will form right onto the rim. So that's how to glue one side, and now you gotta wait for this side to dry and then go to the other side. So now that you have your one side glued, I kind of messed up by accident. I stuck. Make sure you don't do this. When the tire the glue comes out onto the tire, it dries like white and looks like paper is on there, because I accidentally like wiped it with my finger, so that's why it's smudged up here. But hopefully the product you come out with is something like this front tire. So now we're going to glue the back. This back's been glued as well. So this is what we're hoping for. So it's pretty much the same process. You want to clean your tire, and now we're just going to pick off this dried glue, and I'm going to stick the needle in the bead again, pulling back on the bead, and then not messing up like I just did. You want to make sure your tire stays in the bead as much as you can so you're not running into any problems. The inside is maybe a little bit harder because it's not like you can just get the side of it, because the inside rim isn't very tall. So you actually have to get underneath the bead. If this is your first time doing it, don't rush. Take your time. Maybe practice with if you're just replacing tires and you're not using the same rim or anything, just maybe take them off. Like if you don't want them, take the tires off with acetone and then try gluing one or two before you go onto your nice car that you want to look really nice. So after you got glue all the way around, just working the glue a little bit, spread it around, and then take your rubber bands and wrap it around, and voila, there's your RC How To glue tires.